Hello, beautiful. My name is Jessica Nuñez-LaMarre, and I am the founder of Love Personal Growth and also Rooted in Worth and the author of a best-selling book, Reclaim Yourself. Today, we're going to talk about the 3-step rediscovery process because emotional healing is so drastically important for our life, for the way that we mother, for the way that we show up in the world, for happiness, for living our life's purpose, for trusting ourselves, for building confidence, for releasing self-doubt, for letting go of old paradigms that no longer serve us. So it's really about creating a shift in your life so that you can step into the most authentic version of you for who you truly are and for what you are called to do. You have been called here for a great purpose, and I truly want to see you live it out. And what I have found is that emotional healing and spiritual growth empower us to open up the gateway, open up the doors for us to live out our life's purpose. And that is why emotional healing is so important. Okay, so how did I create the 3-step rediscovery process? I was in a corporate career. I have a degree in electrical engineering, and I was in a corporate career. I was a mother of 2 at the time, and I was burnt out, overwhelmed, stressed out to the max. I wanted to leave my career, but I couldn't because I was the breadwinner and all of these things that really kept me in what I would say was I felt stuck. I felt like I couldn't get out, which overwhelmed me even more. So I started on a little bit of pathway of like, gosh, there must be another way. I know I want a different thing. I know I want another life, but I don't know exactly what it is. I just know I want something else. Because what's happening right now, this resentment and this anger towards my partner, this yelling at my kids and snapping at them, it's just not working, and this isn't what I want. And then I say I want something different, but then I do it again, and then I feel guilty and I feel shameful. And so that's the life that I was living. And I knew that I wanted something different. So unconsciously, I was praying for a miracle. And that miracle came in 2017 when I was pregnant with my 3rd child. And when I was pregnant with my 3rd child, I went to the ultrasound. And it's the halfway midpoint ultrasound where they check everything to make sure it's okay. And unfortunately, not everything was okay. And when you're carrying a child that you don't know will live, it will change your life forever. It will change your life drastically. And so I went on this journey. I grew up Catholic, and I wasn't just like a C&E, Christmas and Easter Catholic. Like I was Catholic. Like my kids, my 2 older daughters went to Catholic school. I was a Eucharistic minister. I was a lector server. Like I did all of the things in the Catholic Church because I'd always loved a relationship with God, universe, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And so, but I had to change because a conditional God, like this love that's conditional, that you only get loved if you do this and if you say this and if you act this way, no longer resonated with me. Inside of me, I was feeling something different. Something was changing. I was feeling more love. I was praying differently. And so I decided to start shifting, and unconsciously, because when I was pregnant with my son, I had no idea what manifestation was, or, you know, I just knew that I had to be different and that I had to show up differently. So I started reading books like The Power of Now and Vishen Lakiani's book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, and all of these books to really open up my mind. If you could see behind and underneath my desk, I have so many books. And so I just started reading and reading and reading everything that I could get my hands on so that I could open my mind. Then at 40 weeks and 1 day, I gave birth to a miracle. Like literally a miracle, not one thing wrong. So I held this baby, my baby boy, in my arms, and I looked at him and I said, God, I have been so blessed. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And it has been life-changing and incredible. And still there are times that it's hard because sometimes life is hard, but I have the tools and I have the resources and I feel supported and I feel loved by not just my family and my friends, but by the universe. And so here I am. And so after I give birth, I'm like, okay, I've got to change my life. I've got to do things. So I go back to school. I go to Southwest Institute of Healing Arts. And I study life coaching, I study spiritual coaching, I study intuitive guidance. And I'm like, no, I need more. So then I go to Delphi University in McKaysville, Georgia, and I study in-depth channeling and sound healing and all of these different healing modalities. And then I'm like, no, I need the academic piece. Remember, I have an engineering degree, so my engineering mind's like, you have to have this academic knowledge. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to study. I need to find a degree. So I reach out to Harvard's Divinity School. You have to go there in person for 3 years. I'm like, nope. I reach out to Union. Again, you have to be there in person. I find a university in San Francisco that's online. I have 3 kids. I'm not traveling. And so I'm like, yes, this is it. This is where I'm going to go. I just mentioned that I have 3 kids and I got interrupted. So pardon the interruption. So I started going to a school in California called California Institute of Integral Studies, getting my master's in women's spirituality. And what I wanted to do is that engineering brain wanted to make sure I understood the academic research and aspect to all of the healing and the holistic education that I received. Turns out they intertwine, and it was beautiful and magical and amazing. So my engineering brain and my holistic brain were so excited, and what it really did is it confirmed everything that I knew. It confirmed the power of having a process in healing. It confirmed the power in transformation when we heal trauma, when we heal emotions. And so the 3-step rediscovery process is really about that. It's all about healing. It's all about coming back to ourselves, about trusting ourselves, trusting our intuition, healing what no longer serves us, opening ourselves up to a greater power so that we could serve in our calling, serve in our purpose, live a more fulfilled life, and really have a happier life. So if you're looking for more confidence, if you want to release self-doubt or self-guilt or anger was a big one for me, or frustration, irritation, overwhelm, burnout, stress, all of the things, you can with the 3-step rediscovery process. In fact, I have a 3-step rediscovery process digital course in my Rooted resources, and in there I have specific meditations for anger and frustration and stress, so you can also gain access to that as well. Now, in my book, Reclaim Yourself, in chapter 14, I give the overview of the 3-step rediscovery process. And we're just going to go at a high level here today. We're not going to go in depth. So step 1 is to become aware. When we become aware of how we feel, it's extremely powerful and potent, because most of the time we're just moving through the actions of our day-to-day. And when we feel something, we're most likely opening an email, opening a presentation to complete, looking at our social media accounts. We are moving into disassociation. We're starting to think about what we need to do or what we didn't do. And so honoring how we feel is extremely powerful, and it reminds us that we are worthy of feeling, we are valuable, we are valued, okay? And so I want to make sure that that's really clear. How powerful this step is. It takes 2 seconds. How do I feel? It's really that simple. So step 1 is to realize we become aware of how we feel. Then step 2 is reconnect. So in reconnection, we honor and accept how we feel. It is so powerful to honor and accept how you feel. So when we do that, we start to realize, oh wait, I'm not that feeling and I'm not that emotion, because I'm able to honor and accept that feeling and that emotion. So you start to see that there's different parts of you, and sometimes they're so overwhelmed. Let's just say you're really frustrated and you're really overwhelmed and there's so much to do. And that part gets so overwhelmed and then it loses its mind, if you will, right? And you start yelling, or you get so frustrated, or you shut down, or you just walk away and you don't want to talk. You do the silent treatment, whatever your way of coping is. When we start to honor, when we honor and accept, when we move into that step 2, we realize, wait, there's another part of me that is willing to love every part of me unconditionally, that is willing to accept every part of me unconditionally, and this is so powerful. So then we move into step 3, and step 3 is to release. So this is about listening to what we need. It's about forgiveness if needed, and then it's about bringing in unconditional love. So what does this look like? Okay, I'm really frustrated. This can be in a matter of seconds. I'm really frustrated. I'm feeling overwhelmed. That's step 1. Okay, I'm going to accept that that's how I feel right now, because there's so much going on and it's okay to feel that way. And then I'm going to ask myself, well, what is it that I need in this moment? Now, the beautiful path to step 3, a beautiful experience of step 3, is also just to relax. Sometimes that's all we need. So when I say release, I really mean relax. I really mean let go into your body and just relax. Give yourself a moment to just let go. Because that's when we're in a state in which we feel relaxed, healing naturally happens. So this is a beautiful 3-step process. Again, the goal for this is for you to build confidence in yourself, in your feelings, in trusting your intuition and trusting yourself, to make conscious choices to live out your life's purpose, to live a happier life, a healthier life, to feel more fulfilled. And that's truly what I want for you. So you now have an overview of what the 3-step rediscovery process is. If you want to learn more, you can head on over to Rooted Resources. Have a wonderful day.